And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Easy Sports. And today I'm joined by my two mates, Sithen and Freedom. How's the jitsu?
I don't even think I should be in this celebrity party. I should just leave the conversation and you guys can just go right ahead and jizz all over each other because, like, you guys are too excited for this.
Listen to this guy. We're not even that. We're not even gonna do that. Our feet are on the ground. But yeah, of course, the hot topic of today, man. Eras come to an end. So at last, Ineos have finally decided to sack Ten Hag, and I personally feel like it was something they were meant to do a long time ago. But Threshold,
Mhm.
since your freedom, how you feeling about
Are you
about
free? Are you free or are you
yeah, you
dumb?
yeah.
Look, um, you guys know we've had this discussion before. I wanted him to have an opportunity. I felt like after the FA Cup, maybe he deserved, a chance under new ownership, under new people running things from the top. And I tried to be positive. I mean, for the viewers watching, I said United will get top four in our preview show.
Yeah.
And look, it all went to shit, guys. And I think that realistically, the only thing we can hope for now is bring in the right permanent guy. But even before getting to that, I'm more relieved than happy
Mhm.
because happiness is like I'm sure of something good is coming, but I'm more relieved that he's gone because we don't know what's coming next.
Mhm.
There is also one thing that I wanted to say, and for both of you guys and for the guys watching, whether you'll agree with me or not, that's up for debate. But whether or not he got sacked, whether or not the results were bad and stuff, I still think, and I will maintain this, I still think that the way he handled the Ronaldo and Sancho situations was right.
Mm,
That's the one thing I will stick with. Obviously, I know that's up for debate, but
Mhm.
I don't. I see a lot of people on Twitter saying, "Oh, Sancho this, Ronaldo this." The only one that he got wrong was De Gea. For me, that was the only one that he got wrong, and I saw that De Gea put out a tweet, and I'm glad that he did do that because he's been incredible for Fiorentina this season. So I've heard, so I've seen. So I think that was one of Ten Hag's many mistakes. But look, it has come to an end. I'm look. He won us two trophies. I'm very thankful for that. But I feel like what, hindsight is 2020. Yes, of course. But I feel like yeah, he should have sailed into the sunset with his FA Cup. I think that should have been the way to go out. And yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully Nagelsmann. It's I'm seeing it on Twitter now. It's heating up. That's a guy that I wanted for some time.
Tuchel, we, when it comes to Man United, it doesn't really take a lot to not even start the fire, but like
Yeah, true.
engulf the flame that is the forest,
Yeah.
and then
Hundred
and then
percent.
and then you get the Tuchels of this world saying, well, there wouldn't be any smoke without fire. Um,
Mm,
yeah, I think the manager that you are going to get, let's wait for it. And
mm,
I'd like to just look at this era that we've gone through in like two
Yeah.
folds, because I find it very interesting, from a ownership point of view. Okay, I'm just gonna take. I do think Eric was backed up, like they properly backed him
Yeah.
hmm
up,
He
and
Yeah.
was.
Over
He said in the
in
100
game.
in the owners backing him up, they also kind of shoved a hot one on him when during the summer break there were rumors that they're looking for a manager.
Hmm
Okay, and they needed to. I don't know if you've ever apologized to your significant other, and you have to do something that's out of character. They went and gave him an extension on his contract.
Mm.
I think that was their way to say, yeah, yeah, we will stick with you. You are a man,
Mm,
and
Yeah.
big mistake, because I think the writing has been on the wall since the summer, that he's not the man for the job. He's way over his head. And I was watching Sky, and they were showing the day that he signed 2.5 years ago, or the day that he was announced, and he was overwhelmed by the press. And the English press is something special, guys. Like the
Brutal.
English press, they
Brutal.
are brutal. They don't care.
And it was in the
Ask,
Spanish place.
yeah, same WhatsApp group. But those
Yeah.
ones, them and the
I remember
Italians,
after his
they go
first
the
two
other
games,
direction.
he was doing an interview with Sky Sports. They sat him down because we lost at home to Brighton in the 4-0 at Brentford.
Yeah, 4-0. Yeah.
They sat him down and they're grilling him and they interview him. I'm like, it's been 2 games. It's literally been 2 games. Give the guy a
Yeah.
break. At that point, we hadn't signed Casemiro, we hadn't signed Anthony, we hadn't signed. You know, there was one other signing that we didn't make, and they grilled him, and that's why, like, whoever is to come in, I know Rudy's our interim, but whoever is to come in, we need to have the ability to block out the noise. And in England,
Yeah.
it's hard to do that. But
Mm.
you know, on the thing about the extension, Ineos shot themselves in the foot.
They did.
It was a trigger because that trigger of the extra 12 months means that now they have to pay him 17 million
Yeah.
as a payoff. Now that's 17
Well,
million.
besides the 17 million, his players that he brought in are over 200 million. Oh,
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The players that he bought in this window, who's that? Mazraoui, Ugarte, Yo-Yo, they total 200 million. So what if you
Mhm.
get a manager that comes in that says, well, I don't give a shit, I don't like these guys.
Exactly.
And that's an extra 200 million that you've just spent in a summer period that you shouldn't have, but you did because you were trying to
Plus
make
the other
it
400
nice.
million that was spent the last 2 years.
It's 600
Yeah.
million all in. Yeah,
Yeah.
but as
horrible.
Kuzo would
Bad
like to
situation.
say, Man United have got all the money in the world. But anyway,
Yeah.
so that's the one fold, which is the ownership part, and then the secondary part is him as the manager, the man Eric himself. I think he got himself in a position where it was too late for him to change his tone, because
Mhm.
he continued being arrogant from like day one with nothing to show for it, and right up until the end, where this past weekend, you guys, like these players, like I was watching, I was flipping in between Chelsea and Man United, because you guys, like, I couldn't believe the noise that you were generating, and it wasn't like happiness noise that, oh, we're creating chances. It was frustration noise that what the. And I tuned in when Dalo had that open gaping net and he decided to hit it with his laces, and I'm like, yeah, these players want him gone.
Yeah.
But
That means
he continued with that tape of we're unlucky, and no, you weren't unlucky. Your players, when it comes to converting, were crap. And this thing of what you did, I can't remember which game that you guys lost a while back, and then fuck, now it's gonna irritate me. Anyway, you lost the game because, and it was a home game, and then the following day he made his players do laps around, like normally they wouldn't do laps a day
I
after.
think that was Brentford. That was the 4-0.
Brentford,
Yeah,
yes, it was a
4-0
Brentford game.
Brentford, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you can only treat these grown-ass men that are on 300K as kids for so long before they catch on
Yeah.
that you're actually a fraud. And they caught on real quick that he was a fraud. And then the minute that you start having I'm not gonna argue about how he treated whoever and whatnot. He made a decision. He thought that was the right decision for his team at the time. In hindsight, the players that he actually went and he effed over are players that could have helped him.
Big
I
time.
still firmly believe that Ronaldo had it. Ronaldo had he
Something to
didn't
give.
have to. Thank you. De Gea also had something to give, and yeah, that one irritates me. It irritates me a lot because you don't let go of
The best keeper in
keeper
the league to sign
who's just won,
useless.
who's just won the Golden Glove. Okay, sure,
Exactly.
fine. Chelsea did that to who's the player that Juan Mata that we sold to you, where he was
Yeah.
our player of the season, and the very next season we sold him to you. But you don't do that. Like
Mm-mm.
I see De Gea, and I was like, De Gea represented Man United, because I remember the 11-12 season. Was it 11, like his first 2 seasons, where
Yeah.
the opponents figured him out real quick that he struggles with crosses. He worked on it. He
Mhm.
he properly
Mhm.
worked on it, and the following season he was a better player. And everyone
Mm.
says no, the only thing is good for is shot stopping and whatnot. Well, that's how goals are
And then
scored,
after
with
that,
incoming shots.
he became like the best keeper I've ever seen.
And
Okay,
then and
besides
then
Neuer, obviously, but
yeah, and then
like
the ask changed that, oh,
yeah,
now you must distribute the ball like you're a number 10, distribute the ball like you're a Cole Palmer. Get the fuck out of here. You don't
Yeah.
do
and then
that.
we bring
And the
in
way
the
that
supposed world's best goalkeeper doing that, and he can't do it. He
He
can't do
can't.
it.
the only thing he does is that hoofing off the ball and looking for Dalot, making that run.
Mhm.
But yeah, the way that you guys went and treated Dahir, it left a bitter taste, like for what he had done for the club. And you can only fuck up so many people so for so long before you get shown that you're actually an asshole yourself. Also, you're not as good as you say you are on the CV that you
100%.
brought in.
Yeah, yeah. Can I also just jump on? I think as well, guys, honesty. I don't think Ten Hag is an honest human being. You know, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yes,
with the
yeah.
hair situation, bro, he said that he's gonna get an extension.
Mhm.
Literally,
Mhm.
he was gonna get one. He just needed to take a pay cut, which he agreed upon. And
Yep.
then
And then
nothing
you
happened.
still messed him over after agreeing to take a pay cut. What, gents? No,
Hundred
guys,
percent.
come on.
Same thing with CR7. CR7 said that this guy is not an honest person. You know what I mean? You have to be honest. Look at your coach, Maresca. Came in, Sterling, I don't
Yeah.
rate you. I don't rate you, dog.
Out.
He was
Out.
honest with the players, bruh. So I'd rather deal with someone like that who won't, pull me along. Look at Diallo, for instance. Diallo, you can see, bruh, even especially in the Europa League game, he was pissed, bro. Van Nistelrooy was trying to give him instructions as to what to do.
Do this, do that. Yeah.
He didn't want to hear it because he's being lied to, bruh. He's being lied to. And so I think Eric wasn't honest enough in that sense. You have to
And
be.
I think as a leader,
Yeah,
honesty is one of the biggest attributes that you can have, because your
Mhm.
players know you are a man of your word. If you say it's like this, yes, it's like that. And if it cannot be, they in as much as they want to question, they would know that actually my gaffer fought for me. Maybe whoever from up top overruled him, and. But with Eric, you could see he the way that he moves, he's a bit slimy. And
Besides Anthony, he never backed anyone in the press. Besides Anthony, he did not
yeah,
back
actually
anyone
now,
in the press. This past week, he said that the reason Ahmad didn't get minutes is because Anthony was the best trainer, and then Anthony got injured, and then Ahmad still didn't get minutes. So
I'm trying to think of what you're saying now, that he's actually never come out and said this, that.
doesn't,
of
bro.
anyone except for Anthony, he did not
Yeah.
back a single player except for Anthony. Anthony was
Yeah.
the only player that he publicly backed.
You see. And another thing is that, bro, can you
Hmm.
imagine if you're at Diallo, you know very well that you're better than a lot of these guys that get put ahead of you. It is what it is, bro. You know very well. We can see it with our own two eyes that
I
you
normally, I
better
normally, I
than
normally
these.
don't have Man United players on my fantasy.
Yeah.
But Ahmad, I went in. I was like, yeah, he's coming right. Like, give him minutes, and hey, this fucker went in and benched him
Yeah.
3 games in a row. I'm asking, but like, what did the kid do? He was your player
Exactly.
of the month.
He was
That's the
our
thing.
best player.
That's the
He was
thing.
our best player. And
Yeah.
everyone could see that. Everyone knew that. And the thing is, like, okay, I can understand people are 50-50 on Garnacho, right? He gets a chance and he fluffs the shot. But he's getting the chance. He creates and fashions chances for himself.
Yes.
But okay, you can still bench Garnacho. You can still bench Rashford. You don't have to bring on Anthony. Anthony does not do anything. Play
Mm.
Rashford. You could see that Xerxes was not working. Play Rashford at striker. Play Ahmad on the right. We didn't have a 10, Sichle. We did not have a 10. We played a right back at 10 instead of Ahmad, who, when he was at Sunderland, he was their best 10. He played at 10 or he played as a half
Why?
wing on the right.
Yeah.
and he was the best player in that role. Why was Ahmad not allowed to play at 10 in a game where you had to be very technical? Against Fenerbahce, you needed close control of the ball because they wouldn't leave you alone, and he has that. So why was
Yeah.
he only coming on after
is not,
Anthony got injured?
Yeah,
but
no,
I
that's
think
fair, bro.
on your Argentinian boy, yeah. I think he does a bit too much, but his output is not. It doesn't measure up to the input. I don't know if that makes sense.
He's a
Mhm.
super sub, bro. Sitle, that's all. He's just a
He's like a
super
lucky
sub.
packet. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
lucky packet. You never know what you're gonna get with him, especially up front. Like
You-
he reminds me of who's that freaking hell, that Liverpool striker is also from South America.
Darwin.
Nunez.
Darwin. Darwin is last season was like that. Where the simple ones he doesn't want. He wants the difficult ones where something magical has to happen. It has to fall in that the highlights reel where whenever they show player focus, they don't show him doing the simple things. He does the I don't know. I struggle with the player of that caliber in that you never really feel that he's in control when he's facing the keeper.
That's
It's either
that's
he's
yeah.
and I don't know, maybe because I don't like the kid in that he's trying to mirror too much Cristiano, and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, kid, you're quite talented. Do your own thing, create your own
Mm.
path, and
Yeah,
stop
be unique.
mimicking someone, watching videos and whatnot. That was done and it's dusted and whatnot. You are talented yourself. Like you could do it differently, but he's still stuck in that way. And I look at Ahmad sitting on the bench. I'm like, how must it feel like knowing that you're actually better than like half of the guys that.
You're wasting a great career. You're throwing away a great career of a young boy who has literally the world to give the team. There hasn't been a single game where I've watched Ahmad and he hasn't given 110%. He came
Mhm.
on against West Ham and he was our best chance creator. And mine, this is me saying that. You guys know how much I love Bruno and he should have had 3 assists the first 30 minutes. Ahmad came on and was the best chance creator in that entire game.
Yeah,
And he
Yeah.
played
and you
20
can
minutes.
see your
20
own
minutes.
two eyes, bro. Like you can see
Exactly.
how comfortable he is on the ball, and you see, like, I don't want us to, of course, get excited and just hire managers immediately. Our issue at hand is that we don't have a philosophy. We
Mhm.
need
Yes.
to establish these things before we even hire. So I think Ineos need to take their careful time. Root can stay in charge and be interim, but we need a philosophy because we've got too many players who suit different philosophies.
Mhm.
But
And that's
on this,
an issue. If Nagelsmann would come in, he'll want to play a certain way. Then you'll find that
Nagelsmann will tear this entire club down from roof to tile.
yeah, but the
And
thing is
he'll need the support to do that. Mm.
that's if he's allowed to tear it down. But I don't think
Mm.
I don't want us to give complete control and power to the manager.
Yep, 100%.
The club has to have its own style of play. Look at Hansi Flick with Barca. Barca hold on to possession, right? That's what they're known for. But all of a sudden, they know how to counter now. All of a sudden,
Mhm.
all of a
they
sudden,
know
they
how
know
to they
break.
know how to create a
See what I'm
line through
saying?
an offside trap. It's a
Dude,
line, like a perfect line.
you can clearly see it's
And
coaching.
also,
Discipline.
That's coaching,
on
bro.
Flick, right? He
Yeah,
didn't get 600 million and 3 years.
dude,
He is not complaining about injuries. They played what, 4 teenagers against Real
dude.
Madrid in the Clasico. Four
Yeah.
teenagers. There was 8 La Masia and Andrew.
I saw a weird stat that
Listen
in
to
the
that.
100 and whatever
Listen to
years
that.
they this is the youngest. So they had 6 players under the age of 21.
Mhm.
Listen to that,
Mhm.
bro.
That's
And
half your
Nobody was
team.
complaining about injuries. Nobody was
yeah,
complaining about injuries. He didn't have his
100%.
best
No, but
11.
I think we've had this conversation about managers complaining about injuries.
Yeah.
You can do that for like maybe if it's a bad month, you can say, yo, it was a bad month.
Mhm.
We had injuries and whatnot,
If you're
but
managing a big team,
that shouldn't be your excuse going
It
forward.
shouldn't.
Because
shouldn't
what
play.
happens is you are given a budget of 600 million and you spend 80 million on Anthony. Meanwhile, you could have gone right ahead and okay, but at the time he thought it was a brilliant a move because he was tearing up the freaking Dutch league and shit.
Yeah.
But
He
your
wasn't.
bench,
Anthony was not tearing up the Dutch league. He was doing okay, But
he was in the best team in the Dutch league, pretty much.
yeah,
It's like if you play for City, bro, you'll be
is
world class, even though you're not really that guy. But because your team is the one that is winning the championship, you know. Yeah, but yeah, man.
but
Yeah,
your bench your bench must represent your club aspirations. Like
yeah,
I look at Arsenal and I laugh, and I know everyone is gonna go, but they drew against Liverpool that you lost against. I don't
yeah.
care, but I look at their bench and then I'm like, they are thinner than a single ply toilet paper, and I promise you, it is going to haunt them. Like it is going
Yeah.
to, yeah. If they don't do anything, and the weirdest part is this: the December period is, I'd say, a make or break period. Okay.
Yep.
And then you pick up injuries. And then people seem to think, oh, January is coming, transfer window opens and whatnot. You get a new player. Unless you get a world-class player that is going to catch on like that. To this is how we play, and you have to give that player plus minus but 2 months, 3 months at most to go right ahead and catch on. Okay, this is how a manager wants us to play, and whenever they hit the on the counter, if you're a defender, this is the line that we have to form for an offside trap, because you end up with Man United. I still struggle whenever I watch you guys defend, that the line is a weird line.
Yeah,
It's always, there's always like one player that's off, and I'm like, okay,
but you
what's
see
going on?
that goes down to training,
Yep.
and I always use Barca as an example, only because this is a team that is broke, right? They are broke.
Yeah,
They don't
proper.
have money to buy and splurge on players. You know what I mean? They are using their academy, literally. They're using their academy, and we saw it on Saturday, bruh. What this guy's doing, Flick, with all these academy graduates. He's really got them ticking. I mean, Flick is not
And
known.
I love the, and I know we're not talking about Barca
yes,
now, but
yeah,
I love the mixture of mature players,
yeah,
and then players that are coming into their prime, and then these young players. They
yeah.
learn a lot from like working with the likes of who's the striker now?
Lewandowski.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Lewandowski.
mean,
Yeah,
when he points that this is the channel he wants the ball, as a
yeah,
young
the
kid
ball
like
goes there.
Yamal and Crep, you know, if I put the ball there, that's it.
yeah.
He's
Yeah,
going to be there.
but you see, it's coaching, bro. It's purely coaching and getting your players to buy into your philosophy. It's like, you work 9 to 5. You are amongst the elite at your role. Imagine they hire a manager like me who knows nothing about IT. And I start telling you see what I'm saying? How will you feel, dog? And I start telling you, nah, and bruh, these spreads that you're doing or how you're resolving this issue isn't. And meanwhile, you ask me to show you how to do it, and I can't even show it to you in such a way that you will understand. You're gonna get fed up, bro. You're gonna get annoyed with me. You're gonna be like, what's going on here?
But I think also the money that was given. I'm trying to think of a purchase that I'm like, oh, you realize that you need this buy. You went out and you made the buy, and it literally worked for you. Onana is coming right, and this is only like what, his second season. First season, he came in with this high reputation that you guys are going to play from the back. No, we never saw that. Right now, I remember when, right now I remember having this PSG player, Ugarte, everyone is going on that, oh, he's gonna be the missing link. He just sits there.
That was me.
And
That was
oh,
me.
thank
I
you.
still believe in that. But
Yes.
I
And then he comes in like 4, 3, whatever, 5 games that he's played. I'm like, yeah, I don't have access to the to League Air, so I don't know. I'd see him every now and then Champions League, but you can't really make players good, just like 1 or 2 players. You check out YouTube, you get fanboys like Freedom FC that go right ahead and snip him trapping the board for like, that's the whole game. That's the best thing that he's done. It's like, oh, look at his first touch, and I'm sitting there and I'm like who have like you bought? And I went and said, oh yeah, you needed that player, and it comes in and he works.
Yeah.
Mason Mount.
Nah,
60
nah.
million.
You see that one? That's the one that doesn't. That's the one that pisses me off the most,
Mhm.
bro. That
Where is
sign
it?
me. You see,
Nobody knows
that
where he is.
no one knows, bruh. No one knows, dude. No one knows, dude. Like, and that's why
65 bar on a random English midfielder that's walking around with the number 7 on his back.
dog.
That was
And
heavy.
nobody
He
knows
shouldn't
where
have
he
done
is.
that. He shouldn't have done that.
They don't understand like the legacy of that jersey. You don't just wear that jersey. To a point where Valencia had got too hard for him, he had to go. He had to revert back to the 25, as he knew that he couldn't, wear this jersey. The number 7 is a very historical number at our club. I'm not saying worldwide. In other teams, 7 is not really a big thing. But at our club, it's a big thing, rocking the number 7.
But
The
I
same
think
with
just
Red
going back
Bull.
to the owners.
Yeah.
Just going back to the owners. And what? How many games into the season now? We what? 11?
9.
9.
10?
9. Yeah.
No, I'm counting. Sorry, I'm including your European excursions. So what?
Okay.
12. You're looking about 12.
12,
Yeah.
13 if you
And the
count the
cup.
one cup game. Yeah, 13.
Yeah. So I find it weird that the manager, he was shit the previous season, and everyone could see that. You qualify for European excursion because well, Chelsea were also shit. Like teams that were like he's a mid-table team. Sorry, manager. And then you keep him, give him an extension on his thingy, and then 13 games in the new season, you then say, yeah, it's time for you to go. And I ask myself, at what point did you come to that conclusion that it's time to go? Meanwhile, you could have saved yourself the 13 games and gone right ahead and got a new manager at the time. Or you could have done what we said last week for those that watched, where we went and said, Tulane actually said this, that keep him for the rest of the season. Okay. This season is either done for Man United, because unfortunately Europe looks like you guys are done. You're 22nd, and yeah, it doesn't look good. In the league, you're 14th. You're going to be fighting relegation. Okay. So keep him, let him struggle right up until whatever the end. Okay. Come January, well, this is before the season end. January, get a new manager. I'm telling you, manager, yo, my guy, you're the guy that is going to take us forward. Okay. Right now, we are we're digging. You can see this is the squad that you have. Study the squad, decide who you want out, who you want in. When the manager comes in, the groundwork is done. So he's literally gliding into, and whoever is playing for the team knows that he was chosen by the manager to play for the team. And whoever is not there knows I'm not there because I'm not in the manager's plans.
100%. But you can only establish that once style of play is established, as in what football are we playing in this team, And what I've noticed is that teams like, of course, Barca still keep to what we know them as, a team that keeps possession. So regardless of whichever manager they get, they've got those players who can actually keep possession. And so right now, as mentioned previously, we just have players who suit different systems right now. I mean, our front three is suited for counter-attacking football. They're not necessarily good at holding on to possession, So that is another thing that Ineos needs to iron up, and as well, even with our academy, the academy guys that are coming through or that we are currently buying, they look more suited to a team that keeps possession. All these teenagers that we've been buying, they keep possession. So it's that, bruh. Then once we establish a style of play and we bring in a manager, then of course there'll be uncomfortable conversations like Rashford, for one. Someone needs to tell him, homeboy, okay, we get it, you want 300 bags, but can you rather earn that 300 at PSG or elsewhere? Here at United, the way we're trying to play football isn't suited to the way you play. You know,
Just on Rashford.
and that's
I
it.
find it weird that Ten Hag, whenever he has I'll call it a quarrel with players, he makes what appears to be a decision that he wants to make. But with Rashford, he was very lenient and wanted to sweep it under the rug and then let's move on. I don't know whether he feels that he had enough numbers of players that didn't like him in the team, but I'm like, Rashford has been misfiring, if we're being honest.
He's been
Yeah,
I don't
shit
know
for
what it's done
almost
for
2
you.
years.
yeah,
Well,
it's
a
been
year and
bad.
a half.
In a
He's
year
been
and a
missing
half, I
out.
don't know what it's done for you.
After
been missing.
after that cup final that was in February, yeah, from last year March, April, he's been shit.
Yeah, he's been awful,
And he
bruh.
gets away with it because Manchester. He's born in
Yeah,
Manchester. He's our star boy. He's our
and you
youth
see
academy.
that
Yeah,
needs
but
to that needs to end. This favoritism nonsense that's been going on at our club
I don't
needs
like
to.
Ateta. I don't like
Yeah,
Ateta, but Ateta has had very uncomfortable conversations with some of the
yeah,
players.
and the elite ones, the ones like remember Aubameyang, he had an
Yeah.
uncomfortable convo with homie.
And that
Yeah,
was their captain. Aubameyang was the captain when he did that,
Yeah.
when he threw
Mm.
him out.
And
yeah.
and 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 now that I think about it, when you guys won that the Energy Cup, I forgot the Energy Drink Cup.
The
I
Carabao, the one
remember,
you guys keep losing.
yeah, that energy drink one. I
Yeah,
remember, I I remember when it came the moment to lift the trophy, where Maguire and Bruno lifted the trophy, and at the time I'm like, that's rather awkward because like normally what happens is you get the captain to lift the trophy, and then brings the trophy to the rest of the players, but I think the conversation has been had with Bruno that you are going to be the captain.
but you see,
And
guys, can I ask a question? Who
let me find
decides
that.
the player is the captain? Is it the
I
squad?
believe it should be the team. It should be the team and not
Exactly.
the
It
manager.
should be the team. I also believe that, bro, because the team knows who's the leader. You know, subconsciously we know who's that guy, bruh. And I personally think that the player who has more respect in our change room is Cass. And that's only because Cass has actually achieved a lot in his game. I mean, in the
But
game.
I can't keep it down.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys don't rate Cass, but I think Cass under a better system, especially if you're holding on to the ball, can ball out.
Oh yeah.
Passing ability, he
Agreed.
can ball out. He just mustn't play. We just need to stop playing what I can. You see, if we play a mid blocks are better suited for players like Cass. But the moment we try pressing high up, because guy can't run, even Kobe struggles as well. Actually, all our sixes
Kobe's
except
burnt out, eh? 6 years
yeah,
out injured.
Yes.
He's burnt out. He's finished.
yeah.
The kid is
So,
finished.
but
And you
let's see
see,
this.
like if you look at all the pictures, it's Bruno and Maguire, like all the and they're
Yeah.
the guys that are holding the trophy. And I'm like, I sat there and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't sit right. But anyway, congrats to Man United. And I do think crucial decisions, they go over that bold man that is Eric. And I know he is gonna bounce back probably in the Dutch league. And I think that's where he that's his level. That's it for him. He's reached his ceiling, and he can't give more. And the ask at Man United is that give more, but there
Dalot has
isn't.
been shit this season. Dalot has been hopeless this season.
I think
Shit.
we hyped him up.
But
We hyped him up the first two
let's be
games.
honest, which player has done well for United this season?
It's only Mazraoui and Diallo. Nobody else. Everyone else has been shite. Pathetic. People say Onana, okay, you guys know my stance on Onana. Call it De Gea bias, call it just me flat out not liking him. I'm not gonna say anything for Onana because you can say, oh, keep us safe. We're 14th. So I'm not having. When De Gea was saving us, it was under Moyes, and we clawed our way to 6th. That's saving us from wherever the hell we were that season.
and where you
This
were
whole
heading.
thing, and where we were heading. Even under Van Gaal, even under Mourinho, like you can't say, oh, yeah, Nana's been brilliant. He's been saving us. We're 14th. What is he saving us from?
Yeah, but
Really
I
different.
do feel for whichever manager is going to come in. Yeah, it's a properly broken system, and they wouldn't have time.
That's
And
the thing.
unfortunately, yeah, the ask is going to be fix it.
No, but
And
I know, Sihle, and
You
your
have to give
team,
them time. You
your
have
team,
to give them time.
your team, Chelsea, you guys managed to eventually, you guys sacked until you found Maresca.
I think a lot of people don't they make fun of Toad and his expenditure. We said this last season under our previous manager that the
Yeah.
squad that Chelsea has is a talented bunch, and I'm talking about the starting 11, whichever that is, and the guys that are on the bench. And Todd went right ahead and he gave whichever manager that was coming in a line to go right ahead and hang themselves if they want to hang themselves, because you cannot be gifted talented players and you turn them into shit. It can't be. And I think the Enzo's contract length kind of tells you that they're telling him that, yo, first season you're going to build, second season we need to be challenging for silverware, and third Oh, he said this dancing as he's typing it in. Congrats, Motise. You've wanted him gone for the longest of time, and yeah, now you've got your wish. Now the big question is that who comes in, and what are they
Yeah.
coming into?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's also that guy from the sporting coach. I forgot his name.
Amorim.
Man.
What's his name?
Amorim, Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
Amorim,
Yeah. There've been discussions about him as well taking over.
But do you know my views when it comes to sacking a manager and you don't have a new manager coming in? This interim bullshit, it happened with Ole, and guess what happened? Ole has got spent more time than he should have.
Yeah.
But actually, I apologize, Ole. I know you're watching. You played better football than Eric. Eric, I know you're also watching. But be a better man and acknowledge that you didn't have a style of play. It was just hope and pray that whichever talent you have on the field will come and save your ass.
Yeah, he was also linked with Liverpool as well.
So what are you gonna take? Are you gonna take Liverpool's leftovers?
That's not a leftover though. The guy just declined Liverpool. A leftover is us actually going after Klopp. That would be a leftover.
Yeah, but I do think Tuchel would have been a better fit for you guys because Tuchel doesn't take crap from up top, and you guys would have benefited from that.
That would have ended very badly.
Yeah.
If you've gotten someone like Tuchel or Conte, you can't do that with new owners who want to run the club and have managers.
Yeah, but the players will know who's the manager.
Yeah.
That's the one thing with Tuchel.
Those same players who don't respect the manager are the same players that should be following Ten Hag out, by the way.
Yeah.
If you don't respect the manager, I don't care how many goals a season you're scoring. Even if it's Bruno or Højlund.
Like the way that you speak, it's like you've got a lot of goals in your team. Did you see your?
And we don't. We don't even have a lot.
We scored. I saw a stat, right? That year that Solskjaer got fired. For us to match that year, we'd have to win 2 of our next 3 and score 12. Just to match Ole's season that he got sacked, we'd have to win our next 2 games from 3 and score 12 goals just to match that.
So wait, so you took this past weekend against West Ham, you took West Ham's position.
Yep.
Yeah, we're 14th, dog.
Our next fixtures are not easy.
You know exactly how it feels being 14th. Tell us actually. How does it feel?
I've been in that valley. I've been in that valley and I crawled myself back. But at least you could see.
How does it? Yeah, you know, so that
we've never experienced this
No,
before.
I think-
We need to
No,
talk
no.
Yeah,
about
we've
it.
never
Hold on,
done
let me tell you. There's nothing more frustrating than being in a position and you know you don't belong there. But you guys,
Yeah.
you know you belong there because like you've
Nah,
been
we
shit.
don't.
So
We
I
don't.
felt terrible. I felt terrible because I knew that my team was better than that. And then I
Yeah.
caught my word out of the gutter. Right now, I don't know. I'm in like what top? Where am I? Where's Chelsea? Let's see. Actually,
Okay,
didn't see.
guys, please like, comment,
Fifth.
share, subscribe before Sitle in, you know, gives us his advice on how
Nah, I don't have advice.
Win.
I'm fifth, and my next game is against you guys, and I hate playing
Yeah.
you guys after you've changed the manager because these freaking shit players are wanting to impress the new manager. I don't know whether you call him a new manager or the interim manager, and yeah, you decide to use my game to show that
We've got a game
we still
on
can.
Wednesday, don't we?
Yeah,
The-
against
the
Leicester.
Oh, I'm
opposite
talking about in the league. I'm talking about in the league.
Oh yeah.
The
It's us and you.
third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
so I mean, the theme of the show is blue, you know. But ish, how will you feel when we beat you? Because that's what's gonna happen.
No, it's going to be a pill to
If
swallow. Let's hear.
United beat Chelsea this weekend, I am not letting Onke and Sishle
Me
sleep.
too, dog. We're working on our
I am
songs
not.
again.
I'm going to come
Nah,
back with
I
the
promise
song
you,
just for
I'm
Onke
struggling.
for you, Sishle.
I'm struggling
Yeah.
accepting that Eric is fired. I'm really struggling. I wanted that man to I wanted that man to continue his great work that he was doing, and I'm one of those. I wouldn't want to see anyone get unemployed, and you guys have gone right ahead. He's got kids to feed and shit, and you guys went right ahead and did him dirty.
Ah, Eric is a cheap
Another
boy.
17 million to feed his kids.
No, besides him having 17 million, he comes from money. He
So,
comes
but
from
that doesn't
money.
give you no right to treat him the way that you've treated him.
Yeah,
Eric,
he's got
Eric,
old
Eric,
money.
You guys had 4 managers in one season. You want to talk about unemployment?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eric, I'm sure under 13s might need a ball boy. So if you are, send your CV through, we might have a look at it. But back to your team. I'm thoroughly disappointed in how you've ended this. You've dragged it longer than you should have. And
Yep.
in you doing that, I think you've just went and said, well, we're writing off this 24-25 season. Because it's giving you a reset button. You've literally just hit the reset button.
Although, if we win tomorrow, we're in the quarterfinals of another trophy.
No. Besides that, Trisho, the gap between us. Let's check the log. Actually, let's check.
It's actually not that. Like
Yeah,
I
but
know
we-
we're 14.
Nah,
but
I've got it
it's
open
not
here.
that big of a
Yeah,
gap.
you can share this, because you also have the functionality there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, we were talking about what is this thing called? Christmas.
You have to zoom out so we can see United. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Let me just
Look,
is it
if
possible
we
to-
win, we go 8th. If we
You see
beat
what I'm
Chelsea,
saying?
we're 8th.
Yeah, the way that you're saying it, dude, you're playing against a manager that was under pressure at West Ham, okay? And you failed to go right ahead and beat them. Now you're telling me that if we win and whatnot,
But
you
it's still
you
early days. More of the stories that it's still early days, bruh. We can
well, why
still
don't you have the
back.
same
Scroll
share the same
all the way
sentiment
down,
when it
please,
comes?
Sisha. Scroll all the way down. I want to see how far off. Ish. We're,
No, the
we're
last
closer to 18th than we are to top 4.
Yeah,
Yo.
because bro,
Well,
see
Leicester,
what I'm
I don't
saying?
know who Leicester is playing next. But if Leicester win their next game, are you in trouble?
No, we're gonna win ours against you guys. I
Yeah.
mean, we're not just telling you now. Against you guys.
All right, sure, man. I love. Let's see. Oh, they're
Yeah.
playing Ipswich, and Ipswich is a different. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one if Ipswich.
See what I'm saying?
If
Yeah, but like we're not too far away from top 4, bruh. And like we spoke about December, where fixtures are coming quick and fast, bro.
yeah,
In December, bro, you'll find, even for fantasy, bruh, you'll find yourself on top, then down there at the bottom. Things can change like this, bruh. So I don't think we should write off the season. I think, as a club, we still need to fight to get into the top 4, bruh, and not just, throw our toys at the pram, man.
I do think also Rude is in a good position. In that it can't get worse than this. If it does,
No, it can. It can. You must remember that it can always get worse. We can lose to Chelsea, and then I'm not sure who it is that we're playing after Chelsea in the league,
isn't
but
it?
I'm pretty sure there are
I'll
a
tell you.
tough run of fixtures until it's Leicester.
Yeah, I'll tell you now. Oh, fuck. Why is this thing
It's
not showing?
Chelsea, it's
Oh,
someone
matches.
away, then it's Leicester at home.
Yeah, I'll tell you now. So you're playing the EFL Cup, Leicester, and you're playing Chelsea, and then you play Leicester again, and then you play Ipswich. That's in the league.
Okay.
Oh, and then, but like second week of December. Oh shit, this is interesting. The 1st of December, you play Everton. The 4th of December, you play Arsenal. The 7th of December, you play Forest. Yes, December is going to be a weird one.
It can definitely get a lot worse than
Get
this.
worse. It can get
And
worse.
then,
But
and
at
then
the
you
same
travel
time,
to
it can
Europe.
get better. You know what I mean? As much as it can get worse, it can get better.
Look, we have to be positive. We have to hope that whoever comes in is someone that's going to lead the club. I'm with Sichle. I'm not a fan of this whole interim nonsense like what he did with Rangnick.
Is this true, Odash? Or you just saying
No.
this?
Hey, Odash is mixing us up here. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
we'll wait and see.
Hey man, is this true?
Yeah,
man?
it's true. It's true.
Oh,
Amorim,
he's coming. Ooh.
Man United are working on a deal to appoint Sporting's Ruben Amorim as their next manager.
Why did you secure the services prior to firing this man, so that when he comes in, you fire
know-
this guy on Monday, on Wednesday you announce the new manager?
Another thing, guys. Okay, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe. There's quite a lot of you guys here. We've hit double digits. I'm not sure if you can see there on your NC.
I
It's
get
red.
it. Are you
Double
jizzing all over
digits.
yourself because you're excited seeing the numbers
Nah,
go
dog,
up?
it's a good
No,
thing.
no, I don't want to be that guy, right? I don't want to be that guy,
Be that
but I
guy.
kind of
Yeah.
have to. Sporting have won 9 from 9 in the league. They haven't lost a draw.
They've won all 9.
They won all 9.
And now they're gonna come to a team like
Oh
ours.
gosh. And
Yo,
the Tululu starts.
Oh,
The Tululu starts. Is he the second coming?
I haven't watched Sporting under Amorim. The only time in the last decade that I've watched Sporting is January of 2020 when I was tuning into every game to watch Bruno, and Amorim was not manager at that point. So I haven't. We watched Amorim against Arsenal when Goncalves scored from the halfway line to knock them out of the Europa League. Wasn't that last season? I'm pretty sure that was last season. That was the most recent time that I
it was
watched
2
it.
seasons back. It was 2 seasons back. Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's when Ogata
Yeah.
was still there and they won at the Emirates, I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 seasons back.
I don't like I feel like this was something that they definitely had up their sleeve because there's no ways it should be happening on the day.
Yeah. But another thing
if
is
they
think
didn't-
about it. Sorry, were you finishing off what you were saying?
Yeah, no, I'm done.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting you there, bro.
No, you're good, bro.
Yeah. So, who's this guy? Remember our CEO, Barada, started when? July?
Yeah.
You know, August, September, October. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't.
You're gonna have a 100-day view of what is delivered.
Yeah,
and
I
what he
mean,
hasn't delivered.
the GNU in South Africa has been in office for more than 100 days, but has it been implemented? You see what I'm saying?
Gosh. Oh gosh.
But you get what I mean.
You bunch are a delusional.
Oh.
Yeah, you are a delusional little bunch.
No, but
Guys,
I'm not being
firing.
Take-
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Yeah,
Firing Ten Hag is not going to be the quick pill that you have that fixes everything.
100%.
You guys have seen, and you know exactly what's going on in your club. Your club is rotten to the core. Sell the club to Saudi money.
I don't know about this. Like
About
I'm
Amorim.
looking at it now. Like, is this not what happened with Ten Hag? We brought
Yeah.
in someone who was dominating a league that wasn't in the top 5.
Thank you.
And we're saying, okay, he plays a different kind of football. It's working in that league. Now he's 9 from 9. Are we not putting this guy in a trap?
It's exactly that. Yeah, it's exactly that.
But another
where
thing
you
is
just you are viewing it, you are viewing him like little on a granular level, and you're not looking at the bigger picture. The style of play that okay, Bruno is going to succeed because he's got a mate. Dalo, I don't know whether he's going to fight for this guy because what he's Portuguese and stuff. But guys, this was not the
I have to go and watch
answer.
some tactic videos on the guy because honestly, I have no idea about the kind of football that he plays.
Letting Tenak go now was not the answer. Why now?
But
Okay,
Slot is
so
from
Modise, see, I
Slot-
understand this, right? But also you need to take into account Liverpool have been world class for 5 years. They've
Thank
have a world
you.
class
I was about to say that
above them.
Slot inherited a well-groomed machine where everyone knows
Exactly.
where their position is. The only thing that
He
he
just
has
had to
done,
come in and
he's
just be
moved
like,
that
okay,
one
do
kid
what
who
you need
was
to
on the
do.
bench. Yeah, he's moved that one kid who was on the bench and he moved him on that sixth position, and that's that. And now everyone's saying, "Oh, slot machine is winning." No, it's not. It's gonna fizzle out real soon. Watch. But anyway, we're not talking about them because they love attention. Just they love being on the screen. VAR. I still say you shouldn't have let him go. That's our homeboy. We like that guy. Should have kept him until January.
Yeah, no. Guys, let's segue. I mean, I feel like 50 minutes United,
Can we talk
just
about
all
El Clasico or we're going Premier League?
Yeah, we're going
Actually,
Ballon d'Or.
let's first go Ballon
Oh,
d'Or.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My thing is that, guys, I'm not sure if you guys have an issue with Fabrizio to some degree,
I do.
think
I
at
know what you're
times,
talking about.
yeah, at times there's certain things you don't post, bruh.
Mhm.
Like, I just
What did
feel
he
like
post?
He posted
No,
that Vinicius isn't winning it.
you see what I'm saying?
What's the need to post that? Like,
What's the
why?
need?
Didn't the chairman said that no one from the club is moving? I think it was a
Yeah, but I feel
club
like
statement,
it
or was
wasn't
this?
meant to. No, there was no. Was there a club statement?
I don't know, but I think it was.
I saw
yeah.
something about them saying
Yeah.
that if Vinicius doesn't win it for this reason, then based on the reasoning, Carvajal should win it because he won all those trophies plus the Euros. If that's the
Yeah,
basis.
no one.
that
Jude is
the
not
basis on.
traveling. Jude is not there. Is not in Paris. What's his name? None of the Madrid players are there. So don't hate a man now for
No. I
broadcasting.
agree. I agree with F
broadcasting
because
some information that's
there's
out
no
there.
reason. There's no reason to tweet that though. Like, okay, the past 3 weeks, I think everyone and their grandma thought that Vinicius was winning it. So imagine we tune into the ceremony later. It's about an hour and a half, and then we found out that it is Rodri. And I just want to say that I wouldn't be mad if it's Rodri because he is definitely one of the best in the world. But I think Lautaro Martinez was also a bit of a shout if you want to go based on stats and trophies because he had the best stats and he had the trophies. So it's like, okay, if you want the trophies, there's Rodri, and if you want the stats, there's Vinicius. Like, yes, Vinicius got the Champions League and the La Liga, but why is it then that Vinicius isn't winning it and Rodri is? Like that sort of stuff. It just isn't fair. Yeah, but the guy tweets about everything and anything sometimes.
Dash. The reason why these are leaked is because it brings attention to what's this to the federation. Right now, the French football, their local league is shit. No one watches it. Even Uber Eats got them on it cheap, and nothing is cheap on Uber Eats.
Vinicius was terrible at the Copa. People who watched Vinicius, everyone said that he was shit. And Lautaro won the Copa. Lautaro won the Copa. They won the Serie A, and I think he won another trophy in Italy. But then he also won the Golden Boot. He won the league's MVP. Like,
Yeah.
what's the difference here?
It's because
all three of them have viable stuff.
It's because it's Serie A.
Even
Serie A is that league gets disrespected, and it is what it is, bro. People don't really respect that league as much as I do. I respect Serie A. I think, because of my Juve, Bianconeri's. Yeah.
Football fans right now, I think Rodri. Pick Rodri. He's taken that Man City team and he's elevated them.
But another thing is,
okay, looks like Amorim is done, guys. He's
What?
agreed. Yeah, he's
Ah,
agreed, and
you're
we've agreed to
lying.
pay 8.6 million for his release clause. He's verbally agreed to join United, and we have no problem paying the 8.6 million release
You
clause.
capping,
Ah,
bro. Are Ineos that fast? We used to Ed Woodward, bro. I mean, that takes 10 years.
Under
Wow.
Wood, Solskjaer would be coming back. Let's be honest with ourselves here.
so you
Wow.
you're gonna cheat Ruud of a game of being the gaffer? Is he not gonna have a game?
That's crazy, guys. Like, are we that fast now? Hey.
Hey, you're celebrating. You deep down you are
No,
happy.
no, I'm just
I'm
surprised because we
terrified.
slow.
I'm terrified. I'm nervous.
For me, sack until we get it right. Pull a Real Madrid in the 2000s. They sack until they got that shit right. Then they
And
do
even when they got it right, they still sacked him
So
after.
yeah.
That's how I am, bruh. If I was a CEO, I'd be like Abramovich. We sack until we get it right, dog. Until we get it right, we sack, dog. Big teams do
Yeah.
that. That's what big
Are we
teams do.
gonna have a moment to speak about Madrid, about the
Yeah.
Clasico this past
Yeah,
weekend?
let's
Yes,
speak about
please, please,
yeah,
please,
So
please.
I missed the game. I had
Oh,
I
just
mean,
finally, if leaks
mm,
aside, who would you have wanted to win the Ballon d'Or? Like, I think all three of us would have the
Rodri.
same. That.
Rodri.
US?
Only because Rodri
Okay.
is
Yeah,
8 out of 10 all the time.
yeah.
Win or lose, 8 out of
When
10.
Rodri is missing in that Man City team, you can see.
You can
Mhm.
see, bro. Rodri
Mm.
takes
Like
them that level.
I know it's not purely based on your club performance and they look at other things, but for me, like I watch week in, week out, Rodri pulling with those last minute goals and that, what do you call it? That the
BMT.
BMT.
Mm.
Yeah. Big match temperament, chief.
Yeah. But for
Right.
me, I'd go Rodri. I like Vinicius. I like where he's come from, and his game is just on it keeps on going up. And being around the type of players that he is around now, you would think that will motivate him even more. Being because I do think he's one of the senior young players in that thingy. Because there's a lot. The spotlight has been on him for the longest of time. Jude and
Mhm.
them, he's only big in England, and then now he's trying to have that global reach. Yeah, I get it. And then what's his name?
Rodrigo.
Mbappe. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mbappe he's got a lot to prove, especially after this
Oh,
past weekend.
definitely.
Hey, you see that
Definitely. I
one?
have a
Yeah,
lot to say about Mbappe. A
yeah.
lot to say about Mbappe.
So I
Yeah.
missed the game and I ended up watching it, watching the rerun of it. Ay, 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 ay. I love this Barcelona. I
Mhm.
love how disciplined they are. The Barcelona of old would starve you off the ball, and then you start making mistakes because they're starving you off the ball, and they always believed in they will always outscore you. But
Mhm.
these guys, they are well drilled. They don't like conceding goals. You could see that the defense is well drilled. Like I was looking at the amount of times. I think Mbappe, the cow, was offside 4 times, and every time he's quick, but he failed to do one thing and one thing only, which is to time his run, which is I find very weird. I think he's faster than anyone in that defense, but yet still they gave him all the space, but he failed time and time again to go right at in time his run.
Mhm.
So I'm loving this Barcelona. The
Yeah.
Madrid, I was confused what's happening there.
You know why
Um,
you were
yeah,
confused? Is because Madrid are not balanced. They are now looking like the Madrid post 2002. Remember that Madrid that all the star
the
players,
Galacticos, yeah,
the Galacticos up until they
where
sold Makelele, because Makelele was the one who used to sit. When
and
Makelele got
let them.
sold, yeah, right now with Madrid, I think the issue is that they don't have midfielders that know how to break lines other than Modric, but you can't be relying on Modric to do that
He's
now.
30 what?
You see what I'm saying? He's like 39, 40. Yeah, 39, 40, around there. And
Yeah.
you can't be relying on that. Kamavinga is a good midfielder, so is Chouameni, but they don't know how to break lines. They really don't. And that's what Barca had. You saw the first goal to Lewandowski, that through ball, bruh.
Mhm.
Literally.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
a line breaking pass. You know, if you
Yeah.
have midfielders who
No,
can
he
do
points. He actually points where he wants it. That's the
Man.
that's the one. He points where he wants it in which channel he wants it, and then
Yeah.
they tuned him on that channel. He gets the ball, and the rest was history. And
Yeah, dude.
and I watched the first half, and I'm like, I,
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
and then
That.
second half, I was like, okay, one of two things are going to happen. Madrid are going to come to their own. They're going to wake up and say, yeah, we're here to win now.
You see what I'm saying? And as well, it's also incredible, like seeing how. Hey, what do you say?
I'm surprised you're not even wearing your jersey, my guy.
Which
Which
jersey?
Your
Kansas
Man United and Kaiser Chiefs jersey. Okay, let's not talk about Kaiser Chiefs. Your Man United jersey.
We can talk about Kaiser Chiefs. No, we can talk about Kaiser Chiefs.
No,
Leave
it's
Kaiser
fine.
Chiefs alone. It's fine.
Yeah, look at
let,
it.
let's focus on your team, Man United. I know we've spoken about this. What are your feelings around letting Tenna go at this moment?
Oh, Chief, better late than never. That's
Mm.
how I feel.
Hey.
You can't tell me that we should have delayed him leaving, boy. This guy,
If you wanted to sack him, you
you
should
know,
have sacked him before.
you know when I knew he was gonna be sacked, when Dalot missed that open goal opportunity.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I knew
Everyone-
that Dalot saying he must go now. Now I'm gonna show him he must go. Because I mean, come on, no one, Chief, no one would have missed that.
And there was a
opportunity.
weird one. Like in
No,
the
but
first 30
that's when I
minutes, you
felt
guys
like
should have
it's
been
deliberate.
in the first
A
30 minutes,
professional
you guys should
footballer
have
should
scored like
know
4
to bring the
goals.
ball down. You control the ball with your foot onto the ground and then you slot it in. You don't just ball
Yeah.
if you're losing.
We
Easy.
learned that in primary school football.
Yeah. hmm
Primary school football basics. A tap in, that ball was in. It doesn't matter how much those defenders would have slid and tried to, that ball was in. But the way he kicked it, I knew that he wants him out. So, nah, better late than never, Sitle. Why? Did you think I was going to say, no, we shouldn't, he must go? I don't care who comes X, I'm with you. We will
Yeah.
fire until, now the fat lady comes to the. Honestly, the
Yeah,
Ten Hag
it seems
failed
like
us.
it's
We should
really.
have never started the season with him. He failed us.
That's what I said. I told you that you should have let him go come end of last season.
I'm
Mm.
And
not
you
CEO.
didn't.
Me, I'm not
Yeah,
CEO. If I was CEO, Shem, you would have been watching this season on
I
TV.
know. Modisa would have punished him. I know. Man.
Clean.
Yeah.
Clean. He
I
would
just
have
wanted
felt
us
me.
to just like you see, Onke just typed in that Barca play high risk football. That highline needs a lesson from great passing midfielders. Bayern and both, and
Don't have
Real
that.
both
Yeah.
don't have that.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean about line breakers. That's why if I was Madrid, I'm gonna say something controversial. Are you guys ready?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Outside Pogba, if I was Real Madrid, on a free,
Clean. I
On a
agree with
free.
you. Man.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me.
No!
Call it.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Come back, Trisha. Come back. I have to. What is this word again? What do they substantiate? They used to like hitting that. It's especially with
Substantiate your
economics
answer.
papers. Economics papers, they love that
5
word.
marks.
Yeah. Thank you. By the way, Tulade.
I'm with you.
Modern day midfielders don't know how to break lines like the players of old. Pogba happens to come from the older generation, 31, he's played at the highest level. I mean, when he was young, he was tipped as the best young player. He's even got the golden boy. And as well, the French guys respect Pogba. And the two midfielders who play holding mid most of the times are French. They idolize Pogba. So
I know Madrid is good. I know Madrid is good at cooking these numbers.
Let him land. I want him to land.
Cruz and Pogba, as far as line breakers, it's just that the difference between Cruz and Pogba is that Pogba has athleticism coupled with being technical, but they play a similar way as far as passing is concerned. They know how to both break lines. It's just with Pogba. Pogba just happens to be able to run and drive with the ball, whereas Cruz was very chilled and
Tactically
could
astute.
control from deep.
Mm.
So I think Madrid, just to save themselves money, and because I love Pogba, I'd love to see him at the highest level. Hey man, just sign your man.
I think okay.
But hold on, X. Did you watch
Yeah.
the game?
Yeah, I
Did you
did
watch
watch
the-
it. I did watch it.
Yeah, I
Fana,
watched it.
that
Did you see
defensive
Best Believe?
line.
Nah, dog. What Pogba did?
Wait,
try that
wait,
shit?
wait. Let
How
me
many-
wait.
Let me wait.
Remember, I'm a Madrid guy. Ne?
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
lay the land there, just to show you that my heart
Yeah.
was sore, especially after the third goal, and I said, no. But the discipline of that defense line, Fana.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fana. It was tight.
But they were forming
for
lines like a
90
ruler.
minutes.
Like a ruler.
And
Line
why?
straight.
You know why? That's when I say that Mbappe is a cow, guys. Mbappe is a cow. Because Mbappe should have picked that up very early and started running from deep.
Yep.
He didn't. He
Man,
kept
he
running
lost
from the same place.
This one thing I can tell you. I know
So
this
they
is.
figured it out. Yeah.
I know this is what I'm saying. I don't have actual proof for it, but have you guys seen how Pogba linked up with Mbappe for France? Like
Yeah.
to a point where even Mbappe said himself that this is the only guy who actually knows how to find me, especially when I start making my runs. So from a relationship standpoint, not even Mbappe alone, having Pogba, even Vinicius benefits heavily. All three of them benefit because
Who's
Pogba
that?
knows how to break lines, dog, and his
Pogba-
timing of the ball, bruh.
Pogba made
Griezmann will come out.
Lukaku look
Griezmann
good.
will come out of retirement.
Yeah.
For Pogba.
Pogba made Lukaku look good, and you know how I feel about Lukaku. Lukaku is
Yeah.
the biggest cow in this country. He can't do anything. He
Yeah.
can't trap the ball. He just has power and body weight. That's all. Other than
Yeah.
that, he's a Nukovic for me, right? So, but you know who else? And you guys may
Yeah.
bite my name. You know who else I think could have broken that line from a
Who?
passing and a discipline perspective? Rabiot. Based on how he moves and how
Yep.
patient he is with the ball,
Mm.
I think he would have been able to break that line, provided you have a deep running Mbappe. Not the Mbappe that's just running the whole way, not trying to even.
Thank you.
Yo, Mbappe pissed me
Thank
off
you.
that game.
And do you
guys.
know
Yo,
why he was doing that? Because that worked in the French league. That when
yes,
you could stand on your last defender and just jog in behind and get through,
yes,
that works
yes,
in your French league. That's not
yes.
going to cut it against a high line that's sitting in your half. That's not going
Yeah.
to cut it.
Now I
But
know
on
you
a
guys.
soccer-
Now I know you guys really hate Cole Palmer because we've gone an
No, I
hour
don't hate
7
Cole
minutes. No one has mentioned that one pass that boy made.
Oh, brilliant.
Aye,
And-
Cole Palmer mfana umnandi ka.
Yeah.
Cole Palmer can come play for Bafana, boy. Ah,
No,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pogba is a baller.
Ah,
Suzanne,
Cole
but
Palmer
Yeah.
umnandi, boy.
I'm breaking
Nah.
Colson City, bruh. Like Cole Palmer can play football. That's my type of player. Shavar even knows.
he takes out. He takes
That's
out
my
literally
player.
He's on is like literally by his 18 box, and he takes out like half the Newcastle players.
Cole Palmer makes
And
me
then-
excited. I'm always thinking, where is United when people are grooming such players? Huh?
You see, exactly, bruh.
And he says to Neto 1v1, and there's ample space.
Yeah.
Saka or Palmer?
Palmer.
Mfana, did you see
Palmer.
Saka's first goal?
Yeah.
Did you see that goal
But
by
he
Saka?
against
Palmer is not a right winger. I think whoever has that idea of Palmer on the right wing needs to get that idea out
No,
of
he
the head.
can't. No,
That
no,
guy
no,
is
you can't.
10 through
He's
and
a
through.
10.
in through. Yeah.
It's a 10. And watch how Tuchel is gonna not play Palmer. Is gonna play Jude Bellingham. And let's talk about Bellingham.
No.
Nah,
Let's
but
talk
you
about
have to
Bellingham.
play.
Can
Nah,
I go
if
first?
he's gonna play Bellingham, he must play him at a 6 at least. Otherwise, bench clean.
Bellingham.
No, and where's Testi gonna
I
play
call
then
him
if you play
Bellingham,
Jude? If you play
You
Jude
play
at 6,
Rice and Bellingham. You play Rice Bellingham as your double
Yes.
pivot. You play Palmer
Yeah.
as centre on the right
Yes.
wing on the left.
100%.
wing, that's
Exactly how
perfect.
I'd play it. And then you have Manu on the bench to come in.
Yeah,
Clean.
100%. You see, they are with you guys there. I do believe
I
that.
also wanted to talk about that performance from Yamal, because this
Ooh.
kid it's crazy. It's crazy now. It's starting to get a bit ridiculous. Like when we first saw him at the back end of last season, we said, okay, this is one to keep an eye on. Then we saw him do that in the Euros, and they're like, okay, you're not fair enough, but come on, guys, 17,
It's
ridiculous.
IQ. IQ.
Yeah.
He's got a very high IQ for his age, bruh. And his decision making. He's
Ah,
always
when,
going the
when,
right
when it
path.
comes to
All that
when it
time.
comes to Yamal, I'm at the point of not understanding for the brains, the soccer brains that he has for his age.
Mm.
Too much,
It's unfair.
Fana, I think
It's
I
Unheard
look at
of.
I look at players like that, ne? And even Cole Palmer and Saka, because you mustn't ignore when they started playing. Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it shows you and teaches you the importance of development in football
Mhm.
from a young age. Go.
yeah.
Yes, he's talented. He's talented. You start there as a basis, but to get that out of a 17-year-old takes a lot of coaching. It
Yes.
takes a lot of
Oh,
coaching and a lot of development, because if you take and he mustn't make the mistake of leaving Barca now. Doesn't matter
Yep.
what happens, he must play for Barca, I would say, up until he's 25, then make a bigger move. I don't know
Yeah.
what the bigger move is, but he must also not overstay his welcome like Messi, because for me,
then he
Messi doesn't excite
becomes
me like, yeah, he becomes Messi, man, that plays for Inter Miami. Well done with a bodyguard. Well done. But if you're going to play football through and through, like Ronaldo, we'll forever respect Ronaldo for his passion for the game. At his
Mhm.
age, testing himself against the best of the best in the biggest leagues, smallest leagues, etc., and still proving that he's the best, right? So,
Mm.
so for me, if that's one thing we don't get right in South Africa, but our rugby is so good because of the pipeline we have and the importance of
Mhm.
our development.
it's a fact,
If we
Baba.
can get that right,
It
we will
we
produce
just
a
we
lot
just
of young.
groom them and
I
then
mean,
come out.
you look at Mufukeng, guys. Who says
Yeah.
Mufukeng can't take on a Yamal? I don't know if guys, that boy makes me want to cry when
Yeah,
I
no,
watch him,
the
and I'm not
thing
a
is,
Pirate supporter.
yeah.
I
But
watched
you
him.
are right, Modise, dog. I mean, I agree
I,
with you from a
I've
development
watched him
standpoint.
the past 2 games. I fuck man, yes, this is the boy's talent.
Mfana
Yeah.
And
mfana
I
mnandi
want
kabi.
him to focus.
Ooh.
I need him to focus and leave the honeys alone.
Hey, hard.
He's
Leave
seen this
The
movie.
It's not for you.
baddies.
He's
Nobody,
seen
it's
this
not for
movie.
you. Hey, man.
Siya Kolisi.
Yeah,
Ah,
hey,
hey.
that's my captain.
You see?
No bunnies, boy. He got involved with no bunnies.
We're gonna remove you from the stream. You're starting again. What is it?
Who invited Motise anyway? Yeah, hi,
Sorry.
Motise. You're gonna lose. Usia is watching now,
Okay.
and you're busy
I
talking
Yes,
just
bad
said
yes,
about
Siya
him.
Kolisi. I didn't say anything else. All I said was Siya
man.
Kolisi.
This
But
guy.
people know what you're
Can
implying.
someone mute? Can someone mute Motise, please?
Yeah. That's
I'm
strike
trying.
one, Moody. Strike one. And this guy is controversial. This guy.
Also, no
Yeah.
Yeah.
players don't
No,
see.
but on a serious note, ne, he
Mm,
must move overseas.
yeah,
If he wants to get that
Yeah.
level of discipline, I mean, I think he trialed at, was it Watford, or what was it?
Yeah.
Wolves, something like that. He trialed one of the orange teams that dress the
Yeah.
same.
It's Wolves. It's Wolves.
I think it's Wolves. Ne? I think he has to move overseas. I don't know if you guys follow Chandre Campbell, the guy that was the young kid that was at Supersport, who was bought by Club Bruges youth team.
mm,
Ne?
I know you went to
Mfana,
Bruges.
he's scoring crackers. Just check him out. Just check
Yeah.
on Twitter and all of that. He's scoring crackers. Before you know it, that guy's in Bruges' first team. Once you start at a Bruges, chief, your market value goes all the way
mm.
Yeah.
up the moment you start performing.
I'm trying.
And those teams instill a lot of discipline. That's why these
Yeah,
soccer players get married early and all of that. It
Yeah.
instills that. If Mofokeng stays in SA for the next 5 years, Mfana, Lebogang Chispoe Mokoena, copy
Hey.
paste.
yeah. I'm trying
Man.
to remember this player who moved to Copenhagen from African Wanderers. With the African
Luther
Sibusiso
Singh.
Zoom. No,
Oh,
Sibusiso
Msiso
Zoom.
Zoom.
They
Okay.
they once interviewed him, and he was speaking on discipline. He said he got Copenhagen, and he got a culture shock. That in South Africa, it's normal for players in a day, so they train maybe twice. They train in the morning, train in the afternoon. So they train in the morning. After that, and then during the day, they can do whatever it is that they want. And then he says most of the players don't leave the campus. Okay, they stay here. They see whoever they want to see. Maybe it's a dietitian, it's a whoever and whatnot. They don't leave until they train later. They train later, only then they go home. South Africa, it's a bit different in that they train in the morning, they go have a shisanyama lunchtime, and then with baddies, and then they come back later on to train. Like,
Whatever
the problem
happened
is
to
not the
that,
Chisanyama.
that
The problem is
midfielder?
the baddies. Sorry.
Whatever happened to that Bafana midfielder that went to Netherlands? He played for, I think it was Vitesse. Zerero. Ferrero.
Tulani.
Yeah. Whatever happened to him?
He needed to slaughter a goat or something. He just didn't get along with Safa.
What happened to him in what sense first?
No, he didn't get along with Safa. They had an argument.
Oh,
they had a lovers.
to play for Bafana.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the
remember he was very, very highly rated as like South Africa's next big thing. I mean,
Yeah,
he was.
He's
even scored
off.
against. So, he even scored against Barca, bro, in the Champions
League. Yeah. Yes. So
against Xavi and Iniesta,
for me, Bafana's not the benchmark, right, Sitle? And that's why I wanted to intervene, right?
Yeah.
That guy's been playing overseas since he left SA. He's never come back. He still plays in Abu Dhabi, I think, right? He's the reason why I hated Eriksen at a point in time, because Eriksen benched him for the longest of times at Ajax. He only played when Eriksen got injured or he came on in the 85th minute. But once Eriksen left, that's where he started playing a lot more. And that's when he moved to Wietze and played with, Odegaard and all of that, right? So, no, he's, for me, I think creme de la creme is still, he's old now, but I think he lived up to a decent expectation.
100%. He stayed overseas for quite some time, which is good.
Yeah.
But your my 2000 captain, he needs to move. And I hope Pirates do right by him. Because guys, we know how quickly things spiral out of control in South African football.
They're gonna link up. He's gonna link up with Munise there, Brad.
Hey, Baba. Hey, leave me out of those problems. Hey, me, I stay away from stress. That stuff is stress. You will not sleep at night. You must just sleep at home and be happy. But the problem is not the groove, it's the baddies. I'm telling you, in South Africa, it's a problem. And remember, just remember that these people are already in their inboxes. They're already coming to training, watching them. They're sitting in the boxes. You understand? Once they swallow the 2000,
they swallow it in what way? In which sense?
I'll leave it there, Baba.
Let's discuss Arsenal and Liverpool. Just the last 5 minutes, guys.
One sentence from me. Saka, what a player. Full stop.
Nah, when they miss him, when he's not there, you can see. But I was disappointed with the game. I felt it missed. There was something that was missing from
Odegaard, Papa. I could see that Odegaard was missing. I could feel that Odegaard was missing. Yeah, man. I mean, I felt like Arsenal should have clean won that game. You just needed a better Martinelli, which I don't get out of him anymore. Losing the ball far too much, making a couple of few bad decisions that I think could have been better. That goal that was disallowed.
Martinelli and Garnacho are same WhatsApp group.
Pace, yeah.
To a point. But Garnacho is also coaching missing, man. You just need a better coach to unlock him. That's all you need out of Garnacho.
Talent is there, it's undeniable. Garnacho has it. Just needs to be coached.
It just feels like he knows one way to play, and sometimes if he buys himself time, like, because we know that he's got the pace, if he stops for just a split second instead of making the default setting of running, like, stop, buy him time, look around and see if there are any other players that are perhaps available that he could lay the ball off to, because right now he's starting to be like Noni. Noni started having this bad habit of not passing the ball, of being very selfish with the ball, where he wants the goals. He tasted the sweetness that comes with being hailed as, oh, you scored 3 goals in one game. And I think the manager spoke with him, was like, calm down. There's still more games to play. And right now I can see him passing the ball, and Garnacho, same thing, where I feel his potential is there. It's just he needs to do more than just being one trick pony. Saka is, yeah. Saka is the
On
star boy.
Garnacho, there once upon a time there was another young winger at United that did exactly what Garnacho is doing now, and we all
Where
know
came
what
from
happened to him.
Barca.
No, that came
No,
from
no,
Sporting
CR7,
Lisbon.
Papa. Come on,
He
come
was
on,
he was exactly like this.
come on.
He was exactly like this.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
trying
not
to remember.
saying, I'm not saying
there's a
Garnacho is going to hit that height, but
no man.
when
There's a failed
Garnacho
player
plays,
that you had, a young kid,
a
where he
failed
was
player.
Spanish.
that came
Yeah,
from
man,
who?
we're not speaking about failed players. We're speaking about players that played. Because you're right, I agree with you. He plays similar to how Ronaldo played when he started, just playing through the
Mhm.
wing, cutting in and scoring from a tight angle. But I think he's trying too hard. He's trying a
Yeah,
bit too hard. But back to Arsenal and Liverpool, Papa ish. I know for me, all I missed was Odegaard, but Saka on the day was, yeah.
Yeah. He got
The
me
rest
first.
of the guys I didn't
Mwah.
see. The rest of them on the ground, the other people was Salah, they were just running all over.
I know, but guys, I like how Salah plays. I think Salah is now maturing as a player. He's not necessarily heavily reliant on his athleticism as much as he
he knows
used
he's
to.
in his decline. He knows that he's
100%.
declining, and he's using that
Hey,
to his
Baba,
advantage when
But
he's
you
said
even saw
becoming
the
stable.
but you even saw the goal, bro. His movement, dude. Like, yes, that
Off
was.
the
I
ball.
even saw it coming because I saw him move inside. I'm like, okay, chances are Darwin is gonna play it inside, and when he did, placement, so just
But
shows you that he's also maturing as a
mm,
player, and he's also good at finding his teammates now. In
mm.
good
but
positions. So
but
yeah,
one thing we're not discussing is the set pieces from Arsenal, Papa.
yeah, they
Mm.
rely on
Ah yeah
those.
yeah yeah yeah. Ah yeah 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 yeah.
Testic was
Ah yeah.
delivering that ball yesterday. Yo,
Yeah,
I can count maybe like 4 of those balls that he just whipped them, and they just needed just a touch. Even their goal, their first goal.
yeah,
But you must remember, set pieces, yes, are about getting the right ball into the box, right, at the right place. But it's also the discipline of the guys that are going to attack that ball, right?
Mm.
The movement and the communication. So I was listening to the commentary, and the commentator said that's their set piece coach, and he stood up and walked towards the line, right? And he watched carefully. Then what Declan did is he raised his hands. The players then moved in, position themselves against the players that they're going to go. Even their corners, they do that. They don't
Mm.
move late, they move very early. And immediately the ball went exactly where he put it. And they've been doing that for the longest time, and no one has figured it out. I don't know which other
Mm.
team has a set piece coach, but for them, it's working for them. And I think if they're going to win
Sunderland
the
used to
league,
have Sunderland used to have a coach. I
aye,
think it's a piece coach.
aye, aye,
Just
aye,
saying.
aye,
You asked.
aye.
You
yeah.
asked.
Talking serious teams here. Sunderland
I
clearly
can't
had a.
remember the last time United
Yeah, I
scored a
don't
set
even know the
piece.
last time I watched Sunderland, though. It was probably when
They've got
Steven
a show on
Pinar was
Netflix, by
playing
the
there.
way. They've
Yeah,
got a
well
show on
done.
Netflix. It's very
Well
nice.
done, Sunderland. Well done to them. Yeah, but all I'm saying is coaching, Papa. It just shows you
Mm.
the attention to detail. I mean, when United had Benny, when Benny just walked in the beginning, you could see the impact because if you guys recall, that's where Rashford started ticking quite a little bit more.
Mhm.
That's where Hodgland started scoring because you had someone who has been there and was focused on there. I think Ruud got it wrong because he tried to be the manager more than focusing on that piece of his game. Whereas I think Benny had us there intact. He focused on the strikers, created the discipline, probably also his relationship with Eric, went out the window, and then that's why he was out. But be it as it may, you need those type of managers, a set of coaches that focus just on that, and it's working for Arsenal. So I must say I don't like Arsenal's because a lot of my friends support Arsenal and they're always on United's case, but their
Yeah.
football is very impressive. It's very, very
Mm.
impressive. And the
Yeah,
discipline.
but yeah, no. I mean, it's also you see, like right now with Arsenal, man, it's just them staying. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just them staying up there because that draw was very important and very crucial for them, just to keep them up there because Man United are coming and shit might get
Yeah, let's call it. Let's call it. Let's
I've
call
got
No,
it.
you
so
this.
no. Not only is Man United coming, Kaiser Chiefs is also coming. Kaiser Chiefs is also heading for the top. We talked about Real
I just
Madrid,
want to say
one Man
before we cut
City.
off, apparently Amorim is a back three kind of guy.
Yay!
You're
I like that.
excited. Yo.
Yo,
Hey,
but he's
Freedom,
gonna
you've,
play.
So I don't
you've
know.
shown that you are very free and
No.
very
I'm
dumb
not
today.
excited. He's gonna play Harry Maguire, guys. He's gonna
No,
play Harry.
it's gonna
I
be
swear it.
it's gonna be Licha. Listen, it's gonna be Licha. It's gonna be the Dutch guy
Euro and Delict.
and Euro.
Euro.
Yeah, and then
De Ligt
Igalo-
mustn't play. De Ligt must
No,
not
he
play.
must play. De Ligt
I
must
love
play.
Delict.
De Ligt can play, bro.
I only like his passion. Everything else I don't like.
You see, the passion merchant. You see what I mean, bruh? These top rated
Energy.
movies.
He brings
Yeah,
energy.
Where's the energy? Come on, bro.
Remember,
It's fine.
but I've
Back
told
three
you
is
guys this
secure.
before.
And another thing, Trishul, is that we won't concede as much as we were conceding. It's gonna benefit
We said
Onana.
all of it before Ten Hag signed her. Every single thing that he's saying now, we said every
No,
single
man.
of it.
Yeah, no,
I
listen.
said
It's gonna
I
bring-
didn't
it's
know
gonna
Ten
bring the
Hag,
best
so
out
I
of
said it.
Onana because Inter also play a back three, and Onana was flourishing at Inter. because
I
of-
don't want to be here to see the Onana get the best of anything. I'm
Yeah.
not here for
But
it.
but
Ugarte might
guys,
perform well
Onana
because
He will.
Onana isn't bad.
He will, bro.
Onana
Because he's gonna
isn't
be
bad.
the one who protects the back four. Ugarte literally
he
is gonna
played
be the
under
one.
Amorim at Sporting. That was his
He's-
best year at Sporting.
Yeah, 100%. He's gonna be the sitter, and then the 8. Of course, if Kobe comes back, you know what I mean. It's gonna be his position, but we'll see.
If
You know what,
he
guys?
comes in and brings Gyökeres, the Sporting Lisbon
Yeah.
striker Gyökeres,
Oh,
then I
Gyökeres.
will be very happy.
So
Very
Zirkzee is
happy with
gone.
that.
Hey, anyway,
Yeah,
guys, I need to go.
Zirkzee needs to go to Juventus. Yeah, Juve need a striker. Blahovic is nonsense, man. And
Yeah, he failed.
Just like Zirkzee.
Zirkzee would do well at Juve. That's the reason why I want
Yeah.
to play Juve.
Zirkzee must go back to playing for Feyenoord or wherever he comes
He
from.
was
Then
playing,
Dutch-
for Bologna under
he must
Juve's
go back
current
there.
manager. Yeah, he
Must
was
go
playing
back
at Bologna.
there.
Yeah,
Must go
yeah.
back there, Chief. Chief, when you're a talented footballer, it doesn't matter where I take you and where I put you. You should be able to deliver. That guy, he can't even get the basics right. That's what pisses me off. You see, when you can't get basics right, we can't blame the manager. We can blame whoever we want, not the manager.
He's like a jumping jack, that guy. He's like he's
I
not
don't know
standing
what the
still.
hell.
Like
All I see is his hair and him going, oh, the whole time. I'm just like, yo, dude, you don't deserve to be here, man.
The guy is a
But-
horrible striker. Horrible striker.
But
you
before
had
we
to
go,
say
man,
be that
Yeah.
guy to say that.
one last thing.
You know, one
Chiefs
wanted to
is
say
playing
that.
such nice football. Man. Kaizer Chiefs is playing beautiful football, guys.
You guys know.
Let me leave
we
you
lost
in my
1-0.
cozy gents. It was
We-
good. I'll
we
chat with you on the side.
1-0. We
Yeah.
lost 1-0. It's all right.
Alright.
But we're playing good football. Danko.
Yeah, he's trying.
Okay,
He's trying.
I think we can leave it there, guys.
Yeah. All right, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Help a brother out. This is Easy Sport, and we out. Peace.